Throughout this, I will provide real-world case studies to illustrate different aspects of better decision-making. In addition, to help you navigate through the book, I will refer to a single common real-world case study. Story of a client, Jane, the Chief Information Officer, CIO, of a large district health board. Keep this to hand. If you find you are challenged by complex decision with multiple stakeholders, you may find the answers that will help you move forward by listening to the relevant chapter. Chapter 1. The Case for Better Decision-Making. Typical decision-making. Let's start by looking at complex or big decisions. These are decisions that affect many people and involve millions of dollars. They are large financial investments and have multiple consequences with different objectives that need to be considered. An example could be, where is the best place to store nuclear waste? What is the right balance of capital investments to make and which investments should not be made? What configuration of warship should be bought? You might want to decide the right location for your company headquarters or be considering how you'll deliver your 5-year company vision. This audiobook is concerned with this scale of decision-making. It's not about deciding whether to wear a red or blue shirt today, nor is it about whether a decision is a good or bad one. Our focus will be on the difference between effective and ineffective decision-making. We're here to look at what works and what doesn't work, why it works and why it doesn't work. Let's start by considering how decisions are typically made. Usually, in large organizations, a senior leader or sponsor makes the important decisions. There might be a defined process to get something signed off, but it typically starts with a group of people posturing around the water cooler or with the chosen few having a conversation over a barbecue. Maybe other people hear about it and stick their oar in, saying, "You really need to go this way." Then there are those who want it to go a different way and shout the loudest or thump the table. If you're lucky, there will be consultation with stakeholders such as customers or shareholders in the form of a focus group or a stakeholder survey. There is rarely proper consideration of the stakeholder's perspective. Most commonly, the discussion is about the wrong things with the wrong people and with no deliberate process. All of this gives an unstructured randomness to decision-making, with the emphasis on the accountable decision-maker trying to get their way using the nicest and quickest means possible. This book is not intended to be controversial or provocative. It's here to shine a light on some of the things that can go on. An organization I know said their process was DAD, D-A-D, decide, announce, defend. And this is common. Someone makes a decision and then stands their ground in the face of challenges. What's wrong with a decision-making like this? Decisions don't stick. They either don't get executed or they get turned over down the track. If your decision isn't going to get executed or endure, there's no point making it, hence the subtitle of this book. Decisions take a lot longer than people think. They might say that they will have a chat with a few people and then come to a decision, but this takes time. Decisions don't stand up to scrutiny from shareholders in the private sector or from the public purse in the public sector, and organizations lose the trust of their stakeholders, especially where high-impact decisions are concerned. This leads to recontesting and a re-examination of why the decision was made and whether it was the right decision. This all takes time and money and frequently doesn't deliver the outcome intended. Often, organizations don't distinguish between the decision and its outcome. As busy leaders and executives, our KPIs, key performance indicators, relate to how we spent our budget or whether decisions were made on time. They are not about what the decision leads to. Emphasis is placed on getting to a decision, but frankly you could toss a coin and that will give you a decision. The challenge is getting it executed. Poor decision-making doesn't drive what matters in terms of company performance. Company performance may well look like greater customer satisfaction, better competitiveness, or improved environmental sustainability, but the typical way decisions are made doesn't result in this. It might turn out some good dollar numbers, but all other things get left behind. Case study: how to turn a business around. A UK subsidiary of a global organisation faced diminishing profit and experienced what they called negative growth. They realised that their different business units were doing what they'd always done and were chasing their tail to stay alive. Each business unit was operating in isolation of the others, as true silos. They put in place a structured decision-making process using the 5 phases of the P5 framework. This caused them to look across the business and consider every single product line. By understanding how each product line delivered on what was important to the business,